Now, all she has to do is put my name on the birth certificate and go to SSI and request child support because I'm already on Social Security disability, right? And they will pay child support like my mom somehow got for my dad, right? Until the child's 18 at least. Or graduate school, whichever, you know. Now, even if he graduates before 18, say like at 17, right? As long as he's still in school till at least, I think, 18 or 19, she can get a check every month, right? For one, that's why. But of course, if she gets pregnant, right, the same day we have sex, right, then I won't know that until months later anyway, right? And he won't think I could either, right? Right. But if 9 months later she had a baby, he was obviously wrong and was vain about it, right? Right. And see, if I get his next prize pregnant, it's going to piss him off, right? But he's treating her like a dead slave, right? That's what I told the police officers too, right? Unless he's doing her like a debt slave, she should have free will to contact me. And I, of course, would give her my contact info. But if he won't even give her a phone, she can't contact me, right? Or no one lets her use a phone. Now, if she's 15 or 37, which I asked her age, right? Alright, he's not to put her to work until she's 16, right? Why is he already putting her to work if she's 15, right? That's illegal too for him to do. Then he's treating her like a debt slave, and she's got to pay him back for bringing her over here from Vietnam. That's a gimmick some men use if they're into Asian women themselves to get them over here, right? Is do it on a work visa, right? The thing is, the work visa means you got to work for them under contract so long, right? And the problem with the work visa is he might not want her to marry another man, right? So he's going to guard her to where she can't even leave the store because of the other women who work for him, right? Will tell on her, right? If she leaves the store, right? So if he bans me from the store, she's basically trapped in the store and can't go nowhere, right? She can't even call me even if I gave her my phone number, right? Right. They won't even, they use their own phones, right? Even if they have one. Because she's under contract to him for at least several years, right? At least 2 years, and then he can send her back to Vietnam too, even if I get her pregnant, right? And then when she's back in Vietnam, she's going to have a baby, right? Or they can put the baby up for adoption here in the U.S., right? Or into the foster care system, right? And that's the problem too, right? I might have another child out there, I don't know, as my son, right? And that's the problem with any one night stand, though. Now, and every woman had an alternative reason for being with me. One, her husband just wanted to have sex with her so quick after she just had a baby with him. She didn't want to have sex with him again, right? So she picked me because I was disabled and, walking on crutches, and she didn't think I could get her pregnant. Now, I don't know if I did, right? Or not, right? But I could have still. I don't know my sperm count. And all it takes is one to make it through, right? And she picked me up, right? Because of his wanting sex with her and not caring about if he got her pregnant again, right? Well, another thing you might want to do is choose a different man, right? No. A gentler man. See, I make love gently with my women. I could send chills up their spine just by kissing them on the neck or blowing in their ears, right? And, I do oral sex too on them, right? Well, that's better than straight sex or how their boyfriends might make love to them, right? And again, if they list me as the father, like I said, I won't refute it, right? Even if they're another debt slave. Now, that's like Charlotte, the girl at the American Deli, right? She too is like a debt slave, right? If he won't let her marry me, all we can do is have sex in the bathroom, whether she got pregnant or not, over the course of our relationship. I don't know. I always able to even go out there, right? Because I only go out there when I got an appointment with the VA, and my next appointment ain't until December 20th, right? Now, like I said, now there's ways I can go out there, right, suddenly, right, and with my current girlfriend, right, which is the girl at the Cajun Cafe, right, in the mall, right, the Asian girl there, I like, right. And if I'm losing 45 minutes of time, including driving straight home from where I at, right, then me and the girl did something. We talked about all this. And that's more than enough to have sex with me at least twice and tell her everything that's going on with me, right? Including about the disability, including about trying to marry an Asian girl, including about the dream. Unless I already told her the first time, and then she's picking up on it again, right? And we done had the sex, right? And this is the second time she's seen me, and she needs the sex again because of her boss, right? Maybe he's putting pressure on her to have sex with her to get her pregnant himself, right? He wants her to have his baby, though, right? Not mine, not mine. So if I do that and I get her pregnant, right, she has what's called also an anchor baby, right? Because the baby was born in America, and technically an American citizen, right? And she's over here on a work visa. So he might be a way she could have, again, stay in the U.S., even if... And it's not a scam. I'm really trying to marry her, too. She just does marriage like me. It's all about the sex. Who you have sex with, right? Like I told her, right? When you do a contract with someone, either way, even a marriage contract, that's about, sex with the person who will give you the most benefits here, right? Well, I give you a lot of benefits being a disabled veteran and on the SSI, right? She, again, can get money by listing me as the father. And I told her, even if he's trying to rape her himself or gets her pregnant himself, she can still list me as the father if we have contact of some sort, right? Now, another problem is his women already in the store, like I said, can cock block me, right? They won't let, again, her out, right? Which is proof she's a debt slave and not just an employee, right? Until she pays off the debt by working here at least 2 years, right? She's not even free to date or marry, right? Which means he's keeping her as a debt slave, which is illegal, and slavery in America. Yes, it is. You can't do that. You can't just bring her over here and then say she's not free to be an American citizen. And you let them do that too still. It makes them a debt slave. And that too is mentioned in the Bible. And that too is an out-of-date concept. And it's illegal for them to do it because that forces her to do whatever he wants her to do to make money to get out of the debt, right? And that's why some of them work in a massage parlor. But they still can't date outside the massage parlor. But like I told her, I'm looking for a girlfriend, even if she works in a massage parlor. What's the difference? Well, I'm trying to marry them. Right? I'm offering them the same deal. Right? And they too could get money if they get pregnant by me. Yes, just let's be as the father, right? And apply for it. And apply for it with SSI, right? Now, of course, he's got to let her do that, but why wouldn't he, right? And then she's going to have a baby, right? See, she ain't got to be legally married to have a baby, and that's a scam for her. I know it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. They're forcing her into that job anyway. Who really wants to give men hand jobs? Not even women really want to do that. Unless you're coercing them through making it more money, right? To get them out of the debt, right? Now, even if I give her a $20 tip, right, and do the surface, well, that's a lot of money to her, right? They don't only, all they do is put her up for room and board, which means food, right? And a place to stay, right? And it could be with other women who are doing the same thing for them, right? They could all live in one house, right? One bedroom apartment, even, right? And they all live and sleep in the same area, too, right? It's still debt slavery. It's still slavery. And you're letting them do that, too. There you are. And that's a 2-year debt slave they can bring over here from Asia, right? And it's illegal too because it's treating them like they don't have any life outside the salon, right? Or life outside of the nail salon, right? And see, the other women will be jealous of her because a lot of men might not even want sex with her or wouldn't even pay for sex with her, right? Why do you think she made me her first then, right? That's what she did. That's what she did. She took me up on the offer because he's trying to get her afraid of me, right? To have sex with him first, right? But instead she chose me, right? Because she felt like, I was the better choice, right? That's why he's mad about it, right? That's why he called the police just for me going in there to use the bathroom the third time, right? I left my suit in there, right? Which is a legitimate reason, right? Plus, I've already been out to the store 2 other times, so I'm a frequent customer now, right? And the last time he did my nails, which is again weird, right? Not one of the ladies. He wouldn't even let them do the nail job, right? Like I said, that's how I know what he's doing is legal, right? But the government lets them do it. I know what they do. And they've been getting away with it for years because the government does the contract to even bring your mother here for the work visa. Right? And they don't have no freedom under the work visa to even marry an American citizen. Right? But anchor babies are also an SVU, right? And also give the woman a possibility of still marrying the man if you think it, right? Like me, for example, I'm still single, trying to mingle, right? Right. And yes, you can. Even if they have a door with no lock on it, you can be against the door and still have backdoor sex with the woman, right? Or doggy style sex with the girl, right? If she buys what you're selling, right? And by the time they get in, I done came in there, right? And could have gotten her pregnant, right? And see, I also offer them a massage for a massage, right? Now, if I'm doing them a back massage and they let me buzz their pussies, right, with my tongue to see what it feels like, right? And I ask them if I can put it in and they let me put it in, that's consensual sex, right? And I'm trying to make her my girlfriend and marry her to get her out that job. Because it's a dead-end job for them. Do you understand what you're doing, though, United States government? You're still allowing debt slavery. Sure. That's why I can do that. Right? I can have premarital sex with my girlfriend even if she works in the massage parlor, right? Right? Right. And I'm trying to help her get out that situation if I am, not make it worse, right? Unless, again, the debt slaver makes it worse for her by the conditions, right? She's already living in, which all they gotta do is feed her one meal a day and give her a place to sleep at night, right? Legally, too. They ain't even gotta pay her any money because it all goes towards the debt. That's why I give her like a 20 every once in a while when I go out there, right? You see what I mean, right? And she can keep that and say, oh, he didn't tip this time. If I tip cash, right? And she can hide that from him, right? Mm-hmm. Exactly. And they understand what I mean versus what they mean, right? They know they're in a bad situation where they can't even really date without their permission, right? Which again, I'm looking for a girlfriend who's Asian, and I don't care her job, right? Either she's giving other guys hand jobs, I'm offering her to be her boyfriend, right? I'm not judging her, and I'm single, right? And that's what they're doing legally too, right? Any slavery is illegal in America. You know that, right? Even debt slavery is illegal. You can't do it under any guise, right? Once slavery was abolished, you can't even do it as a debt slave from Asia, right? They're free once they get here to apply to be a U.S. citizen, too. You're not letting them do that either. And that's why you're messing up the job market and all that, right? Right now. Yourselves, you're messing it up, right? It was never a good market or a stable market to begin with, right? And now with COVID and everybody having the social distance and stay away from each other, it's also, they got a choice between the debt slavery or paying off another way, and that's why some of them are at the massage parlor and some of them work as a nail technician, right? That's the only two jobs they really got for them or offer them, right? Just you either gotta work at a massage parlor, right? Or a nail technician, right? Or the strip clubs, right? I mean, come on, right? Though any woman can work there, but usually Asian men don't do that. And though I know of one club around the Richmond Hill area, right? If you go further down, right, that would has Asian women there, right? I mean, my friend David went there before. Now, he's supposed to be my wingman, right? Because he's got a girlfriend at home, right? He's not supposed to meet other women while being my wingman. And if you did, that's why you fucked me. She fucked me. I don't remember. I'm trying to talk her out of it, too. You know that. If she's saying to me, though, I don't care if he cheated on me or not, I'm going to fuck somebody, Shane. It might as well be you, right? I'm saying, okay, right, if you're sure. You're sure. But I'll let you be on top, because again, right, David probably don't ever let me on top, right? I don't think her pussy is. Maybe David don't think her pussy. I don't know, right? But I make her be the aggressor because, again, right, she's getting revenge on David for dating the other woman, right? Even going to her house or her trailer, right, with me watching her daughter and the mother in there with him is sick. In their bedroom. So, yeah, I can't tell Gwen what they did in there, right? Even if they just talked, right? And she's going to be pissed off just because he was alone with her, right? And that's not my fault, David. I'm trying to help you out. Because she's mad with you for, instead of being my wingman, you're the one picking up the chick, right? The girl. The other woman. The woman. And she's supposed to be your main squeeze. Right? That's on you, brother, right? And I didn't tell her she did. She did. And plus, I'm a bad liar anyway, David. If I don't remember something, though, right? I see, like I said, what is Molly doing with me in the house that day we were alone, right? Did she maybe start with me, when I was asleep by myself in, I think, either Norma Jean's room or Myron's room, right? And we were alone, and I started filling her up, but she had on pajamas, right? So then I stopped till she wouldn't wake up, right? But I did make a move on her reciprocally, right? Showing her I liked her too, right? But what happened, right? What's the whole story? I don't know if she was already trying to get with me since we were alone in the house. No one else was with us either, right? And I didn't know it was even a dream. That's what I mean, because she didn't bring it up until like before I joined the Navy. And I'm like, okay, I don't even know that happened, or was it a dream, right? So I didn't know what to say about it. And when she finally brought it up, it was like several years later, right? I'm like, I don't know what. I'm trying to remember what she's talking about. Because sometimes you forget a dream or you forget an experience, right? If it only happened one time, Molly. And I'm trying to figure out what she's talking about, right? Because she never brought it up before. We weren't alone a lot, right? Again, she's driving me somewhere, and that's when she brings it up, right? And so I don't know which incident she's talking about. So I'm trying to remember what she's talking about. She brought it up in over a year or so, right? And I'm trying to figure out what incident she's talking about when we were in the house. Because it's not like we were not always in the house of some sort, right? So I'm not sure what she's talking about. But then I started, is that the night I felt you up, right? But I didn't get that far because she got upset, right? She got mad I didn't remember it, right? Well, again, right? You only did it one time, and I don't know what all you did, right? All I know is I was filling you up a little, right? You had on pajamas, right? And so I stopped because you weren't reciprocating, right? Right. I was playing asleep. You were playing asleep, right? So it doesn't happen, really. Yeah, I felt you up a little through the pajamas. I was trying to rub your pussy a little and feel your pubic hair or something, right? But I couldn't even really feel that through the pajamas, right? So I stopped, right? You weren't responding. You weren't waking up, right? You didn't interact with me. That's all that ever happened to do, right? Thus, you were already with me, right? While you were asleep. While I was asleep, right? Were you doing the same thing? That's the question. And how far did you get with these before I woke up, right? And so you could tell I was waking up before I fully woke up, and you ran into your bedroom and put on your pajamas real quick, right? I don't know. I was really asleep, though, and some call that rape. If the male's asleep or the female's asleep, right? I don't know what you were doing. I wouldn't because I didn't like you, but I know some people would, right? Call it raping, right? Because you're doing something when I'm asleep and I'm responding to you like in a wet dream, I figure. And I'm getting hard, so you pulled my pants down. We started having sex with you on top, right? And then you noticed I was about to wake up. Or something, so you got the hell out of Dodge before I fully woke up, right? I went to your bedroom, put on your underwear, your pajamas, and then I went there to you and started filling you up the same way, right? Except you didn't wake up with me, so I went back in the bedroom because I don't do that to people when they're asleep, right? And you weren't waking up. That's all I know happened too. That's my real memory of the interaction too, right? Even if you were getting down, right? I don't know. I did something with you, right? More than what I remember I did with you, right? Because you were really asleep, right? I'm not saying you raped me because I did like you, right? But some call that when the person's asleep, you're taking advantage of me, right? Because I, didn't know you were doing it. And right before I woke up, you must have went back into the bedroom, and then I'm in the house alone with you for the only time I was ever alone with you. So then I have to remember what incident you're talking about if you bring it up a few years later, right? Even if it's over a year, right? It's still considered a couple of years later, right? Or a few years later, you're bringing it up, and I don't know what incident you're talking about. Right? By then. And all I'm doing is trying to explain why I didn't know what you were talking about and trying to remember, and then I didn't quite remember it when you brought it up. Right? I said, no, I'm trying to. And I know I filled you up, but the way you're acting more happened, right? I can kind of tell that too. Right. I'm trying to remember it, right? And I don't, nothing's really coming to mind, and, but now I'm thinking about it, and I'm wondering, well, was she talking about the time when we were in the house by ourselves, right? And I know I tried to fill you up through your, pajamas, but I didn't really feel anything, so I stopped, right? I didn't feel like you were waking up either, so, I can't, that's considered a date rape too, right? If you don't wake up. And so I was trying to wake you up through rubbing your genitals, right? That's all I remember doing, too, was rubbing you a little bit, and then you didn't wake up, and then I stopped and went back to sleep, right? But were you already doing that to me? Right? And you kind of took advantage of my heart on, right? Because you can make me hard even when I'm asleep. Problem is, anyway, I can't. And that ain't about you. When I'm asleep, Okay.